Yo, what's good? What's good? Streaming live. Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine,
And I'm still James.
and we got a few things to talk about today. We got a nice little podcast planned for y'all. Got a few things to talk about, but first I got an intro. All right, back. All right. So, first things first, we got to talk about the new Spider-Man trailer that dropped. Gonna have a little discussion on that. James is on Google Hangouts, not the studio. As you can see, the chair is empty. So
I'm there in spirit, though. I'm there in spirit.
Yes. We had to have some discussion on this. I wasn't gonna do this one by myself. Wilbur is MIA. That's nothing new. So okay. Okay, so it dropped out of nowhere today. Did they even give us a hint that this was coming out, man? Because I didn't know nothing about that.
Nah, I hadn't heard nothing.
Yeah, and so I woke up this morning. I just saw it in the feed, and I was like, I saw it in my YouTube, one of my thumbnails. I was like, really? They just no warning. They just drop it on a Tuesday morning. Okay,
Cole dropping a trailer on a Tuesday morning. Who does that?
Right. So okay. Did you like the first one? Did you like Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. No, but I was saying, like, are you good with this new version? Because this is like they moving on from they pretty much kind of like rebooted it, and now they moving on from that version of Spider-Man. So are you good with this version of Spider-Man moving forward with erasing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire?
I mean, I'm gonna give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I'm kind of done with the high school Spider-Man thing. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but I'm gonna let this ride out. At least this current stage of the Marvel movies. Once that rides out, we'll see if they pick it up with something else or if they keep this going. But I want to see where they're gonna take this one. So.
Yeah, I agree. I am tired of the high school aspect, but they felt like they needed to start over. But what I do give them points on is they did not show his whole origin. They didn't show him getting his powers, Uncle Ben dying, and they skipped through that, and they kind of like had him already Spider-Man, which is an excellent idea. Because I swear to God, you do not need to see another origin.
But you don't want to see him go to Oscorp and get bitten by a spider and get sick and do all the wrestling and then, you're right.
I think once you see it twice, you don't need to see it a third time. Thank God they chose not to do that. So yeah, I really like this movie, and most people say this was the best adaptation of the high school Spider-Man from the comics that they ever made live action. Would you agree with that?
I can go with that.
Yeah, kind of tell the truth. Tobey Maguire was a shitty Peter Parker. Tobey Maguire was nothing like Peter Parker other than he was just a young white male. He was just too emo. And Andrew Garfield was too much of an asshole as Spider-Man. He was okay, Peter Parker. I had problems with, and I told you this one in particular, when he yelled at Aunt May, like take your old ass to sleep, lady. Like, I was like, no, that ain't the Peter I know, goddammit. So I was done with him after that moment.
Like, I've known too many of those kids. Ain't none of them was Peter Parker.
Right. I was done with that Spider-Man after that one time on the first Amazing Spider-Man. So, like, nope. Not to mention, he looks like he's 30 years old. So, no. Okay. So this Spider-Man, he's a kid. He's having fun. He's he just got his power. Only problem I had with him, they made him a little too childish. To me, because every minute he like, whoa, whoa, this is so cool. Whoa. Like, man, come on, man. We ain't got time for this shit. You get only so many whoa, this so cools out of me before I'm tired of this shit. That was my problem with this one. But I mean, I overlooked it, you know, and hopefully since he's gonna be older now, he's gonna be a little less, whoa, this is so cool, whoa.
Like, yeah, that is I was willing to give him a pass at first because like he was just getting into like the thick of this superhero stuff, but he needs to be a little more acclimated to it now.
Exactly. So now you can stop being so impressed when you see something cool like superhero wise, because I guess this don't take place after Infinity War, but you've been in there with superheroes. You fought a supervillain. You live to talk about it. So now stop being so impressed when you see something cool. Okay, let's move on. So now you're older, and now this is the next chapter, and I'm definitely interested to see this. So I like the villain in the first one. I really like the Vulture. So this guy Mysterio, and it's played by your boy. What's his name? I just throwing a blank. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about Mysterio? Because I don't know much. Well, I know. You know what? I know enough from the animated series.
Special effects guy turned the criminal.
That's
like
it.
I think, what was it? Like Spider-Man ruined like his big performance or something.
Some dumb
like,
shit. Point is,
yeah,
he was kind of he was like a B-level villain, but he was cool. He was kind of funny. I never picture him getting his own movie, but we'll see. But that's actually a good villain to keep the movie light, where it ain't no end of world stakes. You know what I'm saying?
Because later on they turned him into like an actual magical supervillain.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff, but like I've been hearing, he's supposed to be a good guy in this.
Okay, well, let's watch this shit, because I'm like, what? So, are you ready to watch this, man?
Oh, yeah.
Sound like you doing something. I didn't want you to be be all distracted. So
I just had to shoot my dogs off, that's all.
Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and watch this trailer, then we're going to have some discussion about it. I don't want to go too long before we watch it. So, without further ado, Spider-Man Far From Home teaser trailer, which is 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't know how this is a teaser, but Spider-Man Far From Home.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
That was so good. Hey, sorry I'm late. Happy. You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
Okay.
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. It's a school trip.
Did you get your passport?
Need a partner here to pick up a passport, please?
Mini toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You look really pretty.
Therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look pretty too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude.
That reminds me of my first summer love. I had just finished my film called
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Bringing out the old tricks.
Like
Oh, shit.
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked her summer vacation.
Awesome! You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not? You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
Is that Hydro Man?
Could be.
You don't want any part of this.
There's the fishbowl. That's how they're doing the Spider-Man music now.
rolled into one.
Well, that's
He's
the
no
old
Spider-Man.
original.
What
I
is
like
it with you and Spider-Man?
What? He looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
Why'd they bring him back?
They going with the old Flash aesthetic, where Flash is a Spider-Man fan, but he hates Peter.
I don't need this kid in my Spider-Man.
I know. They already started. They might as well finish going. Even with that Mary Jane, I don't care for her. That is one time I think the diversity was like, you could have kept all that. They could have kept that.
Like, because she doesn't even remind me of Mary Jane at all.
I know. I wouldn't mind. Just get a redhead. Get you a little redhead. I mean, if they want to put some little color in it, you could have changed some of the ethnicity. You got Ned. Maybe give him a little black friend or something. But that's cool. Changing Flash Thompson to a little Indian dude.
Because the thing is, like,
that's small shit.
Sometimes they take this diversity thing too far. Just because we want people of color, it doesn't mean we don't want any white folks in.
Right, but and then also you just totally change the characters. What made them? You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
like you change,
small.
like if you change the character's race and like personality, their entire character, it's not the same character anymore.
Well, I mean, essentially, he to the core is Peter Parker's bully, which he's not. But anyway, let's move on. He just an asshole that's mean to him. But let's move on.
Just a kid that talks shit. Like,
okay, so let's talk about the big shit we saw in the movie. Okay, all right. So, still in high school. This might be like a year later or whatever. He's going to Europe. So look like Hydro Man, and he's like, you don't want none of this kid, and he's flying around fighting and shit. I'm guessing that was all fake. Like I'm in the movie.
Yeah.
That he doing this with special effects, and people thinking he flying around fighting and shit. What you think?
Look, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because every time the studio puts out some info, they're like, Nick Fury has Spider-Man looking into these elemental things, and Mysterio comes out of nowhere to help him out because he knows something about him. But I'm like, it's Mysterio, so he's clearly the bad guy.
Right. I mean, okay, well, maybe they're going to do an old switcheroo. He's causing this shit, and he's making it look like he's fighting villains, and he's really just using special effects. I think that's what the plot going to be. I'm sorry for ruining it for anybody because I just figured it out.
Yeah, he's probably out there trying to make himself look like a superhero.
Right. I mean, that happened in the comics where he got the people to like him by making it look like they was being attacked by monsters or whatever, and then he come in and save the day, but it was all fake anyway. He just used special effects to do that or whatever. And I think that's what essentially gonna happen. Spider-Man gonna figure it out, and then he gonna be like, well, now I gotta take you out because you know my secret, one of them deals.
Like, it's gonna be the nice guy suddenly becomes evil. He's gonna pull a Captain Eisen is what's gonna happen.
Pull a who?
Captain Eisen.
Oh.
Of a bleak.
Oh yeah. That's a good example.
Glasses off moment. Well, you found out my secret.
Right. Which ain't fooling nobody. Except the main character. But so look like they keeping the tone the same, still that high school shit. We kind of knew this because it's called Far From Home, so that means that's just he going to Europe. It's like the European vacation or something. I don't know. See, all the parts with him and the kids and stuff, him and the high school kids, I'm not crazy about, but I'm willing to put up with to get to the Spider-Man stuff. What you think on the whole? What this look like? What on the whole do you think about this?
You know what it is? It looks like a stage 2 Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It looked like it could be fun, but
I'm not against it. Like, I didn't need another, Nick Fury's hiding in the shadows scene, but I can dig it.
Where'd that come from? Peter Parker.
Nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
I mean, when I heard his voice, I was like, what is that? Nick Fury? I mean, is that Samuel L. Jackson? What he doing here? But okay, that's a cool little cameo. So now he's gonna be working. You know what? This is they did a little cartoon called Ultimate Spider-Man. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up. That's exactly what this feels like.
It seemed like the same kind of plot because he was working for Nick Fury in there.
Yeah.
And then he kept saying, "This ain't my first rodeo." That's all I remember. I didn't really watch it because it was a little too goofy.
Yeah.
But I seen a couple episodes of it. It was like, it's all right. But yeah, that's what I think they kind of take a lot of cues from that, which is cool. It could be fun. I was down for that. I think they trying to fool the audience though. I think they trying to fool the audience to think that what's his name is a good guy. So they are gonna see. You can't. It's not gonna work because people that know Spider-Man, the fans know Mysterio ain't no goddamn good guy. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't gonna work, dude.
Like also, like just looking at it, there's only so much you can do to fool the people that do know it. Mm-hmm. And like there's too many people that know it for you to get away with fooling the folks that don't.
Yeah, I mean, but see, once the people that know it gonna tell the people that don't know it, so it ain't it's not gonna work. Like you ain't gonna pull the wool over nobody's eyes with that. I mean, you might as well just have him come in as a bad guy and move on. But that's cool. That's cool if the main character, if Spider-Man don't think he's evil and he find out later, I'm cool with that, you know. But I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm like, don't try to play us like we stupid now. Don't try to bring in Mysterio like he's the good guy. Come on now, Mysterio always been a villain.
If they can do it somewhat like they did Vulture in the first one, you know, and that's a good line to toe because it's like we just waiting to see how he's gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping to find a way to make that feel organic without feeling, you know, rather than feeling forced and, you know, Hollywoody.
Yeah. I mean, you got somebody in the chat that said, "What's up? What's up with it?" But, but yeah, I don't. It's like it looked like it's fun, and I'm gonna tell you like this: the Hydro Man, that's probably a special effect or whatever. I mean, he did get water on him, but I'm pretty sure that's some kind of special effect to use. I kind of like the idea of it because it keep this light. Because I was looking like, okay, I thought they was gonna go light, but now some scenes look like it was like some major stuff going on, like some major destruction shit. But keep in mind, this is Mysterio's. This is how he do his shit. He makes it look like it's a portal in the sky, but it's really just some projection machine. You know what I'm saying? He make it look like a giant monster is attacking, but it's not really a giant monster. You know what I'm saying?
Some lights, paid extra.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Where eventually Spider-Man gonna figure it out, hopefully. But this Spider-Man, this my problem with this Spider-Man. He don't seem like he that smart. Like the other Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And this is what worries me is like the past few years in the comics, that's kind of the version of Spider-Man they've been using.
Oh, they've been dumbing him down. And that's the thing. Because the Spider-Man I knew watching the anime series when I was younger, he was always a scientist. He was a joker, but he always knew, you know what I'm saying? He always outsmarted the villain. That's kind of really how he won. Because he outsmarted the villain.
This whole thing, when he would first meet like a new villain or like someone would bring out a new weapon, wait a minute, how is that doing that? Yeah. I think I know what this is. Like
exactly.
He would figure that shit out.
You'll get a joke and then a scientific lesson, and then he probably get his ass whooped, then he'll scientifically figure out what I got to do to defeat this. He'll come up with like a gadget or know that some kind of way that he can defeat it using science, because he was a scientist. I don't get that from this guy. And what's his name? Tom Holland. I don't get that from him. He just seemed like a dumb kid. That's whoa, I got powers.
Like,
whoa.
A lot of the characters in this new Spider-Man franchise is that they all feel like we're just supposed to accept that they're the characters that we're told they are. You know.
Yeah, I know. You're right. And then they lose a lot of shit that made them. And because Spider-Man ain't the most powerful superhero, but he always beat his villains because he always outsmart them. You know what I'm saying?
Like there's even like an unspoken rule, like Spider-Man always beats the first timers, you know, their first time out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
and I don't feel like this Spider-Man's gonna have that. So
yeah, I like to see him use his brain a little bit more. And that part with Happy and Marisa
that was
Tomei,
weird, right?
Yeah, I'm looking like they was going for like a joke there, but because he's looking at her, yeah, because she looked good. I mean, he like, what was that? What was what, man? Take your ass. Hey, look, man. Man, hey, look, me and your aunt need to talk right now. Go swing somewhere.
That's exactly what that was. Happy trying to get in them drawers.
I mean, what's it going? What are you? What you going? What are you doing? I mean, your aunt is hot, bruh. By that age, you need to know this.
Like, there's no way no one's commented. If any, look, Tony Stark has commented on that enough times for the entire race.
Right. And that part took like what, 10 to 15 seconds. I'm like, man, they just trying to waste time with this shit. It's like,
yeah, like
they trying to make the trailer longer.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Spider-Man scenes seem cool, but I'm telling you like this: the little scenes with the kids, I don't like none of them. I have none of them. It's like, so I don't feel like something like, oh, I like Ned. I do like Ned. I like that character of Ned. I like this friend. I don't know
because Ned is the audience avatar,
right? But yeah, he's actually a good actor. He's funny. He's a good sidekick because he always there to bounce off good jokes and whatever, So Ned is good. The rest of them, I don't like. I don't like the Mary Jane. I don't like the Flash. I don't like none of his little friends that he hang with. Like, that's how I'm looking like, yeah, they trying to make this, and that was the goal was to make it like a high school movie because they was like doing the Breakfast Club pose on the first movie. So they was trying to be like a high school movie with just a little Spider-Man sprinkled into it. I guess they're trying to reach that younger audience, and people just really forget that these superheroes have a older fan base that's more into them than the kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the studios don't know this.
Like, that in the majority of the best Spider-Man stories take place after he gets out of high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with them, staying in this realm because they're trying to target their young artists. But I don't think young teenagers don't care as much as I think the older generation is caring more than the generation they targeting.
Like, I also don't, and I don't know, I don't have any data on this. I don't know if teenagers now are as into teenage movies as I might have been when we were teenagers.
Right. Back then when they was making the Breakfast Club and all that, it was a big market for it because a lot of teenagers watching it. Now it's like, it just ain't tripping off that, and they ain't tripping off superheroes as much as anybody that's like 25 and up because. Yep. I mean, because the superhero craze started in early 2000s, and everybody that was big on making this a big craze is now in their 30s or late 20s or older. Because if you grew up reading this, you probably in your 30s or your 40s. That's your fan base. Yep. They forgetting that,
I understand you want to expand that, but you can't expand that just by going straight into the demographic you're trying to break into.
I know.
Some for everybody else.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm cool with it, but it's like I really, like you said, I'm over this high school shit. It's like every scene they showing in the little high school stuff with the little kids, I'm not really digging. But I do like the Spider-Man stuff. So let's talk about the Spider-Man stuff. Yep. Of course, the special effects have been on point since. I think the best Spider-Man I liked was in Civil War, because I really could not tell when they went from CGI to the regular person in that movie, but I could tell a little bit in the Homecoming. So I was like, that's the best CGI work was in Civil War. So
I don't know if this had a better, like a larger budget for that or what, but it definitely looked better in Civil War.
I just think they didn't render it, they didn't finish it. You know, I just think they just had less, because less of them was in Civil War. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you can do the math on that. So what else you were saying?
I will say this, like, there was some stuff about this, like, what was going on at the beginning there where it looked like Aunt May was basically pimping him out?
Oh, like, thank you, Spider-Man. I don't know, maybe they had some kind of pep rally for him. I think they did something like that in the comics, though, where they like the students will get together and do a thank you, Spider-Man pep rally or some shit, and he'll swing in and say, hey, what's up, and swing out or whatever. While they doing that, they saying Peter Parker's an idiot. He's not even here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's they doing that. So I bet you like the people from the school did a thank you Spider-Man pep rally or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah. While they talking about Peter Parker though.
Yeah.
That's the joke. So anyway, I'm gonna move on.
I get it.
It was you know, it looked cool. You know, all the action looked all right. I don't like all but I was about to say a lot of that shit with Mysterio look fake, but it's supposed to be fake. So, but a lot of people don't know that. People probably thinking, oh man, this Mysterio guy, Jake Gyllenhaal, is looking so awesome. Like, yeah,
he's like
okay, wait,
train kind of guy.
And I don't want to ruin it for him, so I'm like, okay, just watch the movie. That's all I can tell you. Just watch the movie. I'm pretty sure that's bullshit. Well, I'm cool with it because it looked like bullshit. So cool. If it's supposed to be bullshit, then you know you don't lose no points. Yeah. So you got any final thoughts on that?
Yeah. I did want to get your opinion on the suits.
What suits? Oh, the Mysterio suit.
Well, because he got the stealth suit and he got a new suit.
I didn't really get a good look at it. I did see the eyes pop down or something. Is that like the Iron Man suit, or is it just like a fabric suit?
I have no idea. Like, as far as the stealth suit, as far as I know, it's just a black outfit.
It looks stuff like that makes it look like this is gonna be kind of a fun movie, but I'm really hope they push him as Spider-Man. Like all his stuff he got to do as Spider-Man. I want that to get way more screen time than the shit he got to do with the little kids and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
like limit that summer vacation stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. Because they think, oh, that's gonna bring in the teenagers, man. Nobody want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the Spider-Man stuff. But like you said, the steps who do look cool, and it's probably gonna lead to some kind of mission he got to go on, which can be dope. And I want to see that. What was the other suit?
It looks like a new version of his Spider-Man suit. I don't know if he got that from Fury or if like he got an upgrade from Tony.
Yeah, probably something like that. But he got all these damn gadgets, which they look cool, but I'm looking why they keep giving him more gadgets. Like,
well, like not only that, by giving him the gadgets, like with the new suit and stuff, like they did in Homecoming, it keeps him from showing off by coming up with it.
I know, and it's like, well, why do we need somebody with superpowers and anybody can put on a super suit and do the shit you do? You know what I'm saying? You kind of defeating the point of having spider powers. You know what I'm saying?
Because like he doesn't stress the use of the spider powers that much. And all the Spider-Man stuff he does is in the suit.
I mean, and remember in the original Civil War, he gave the suit back because you know he had to rely on his own powers or whatever. So they just keep giving him more gadgets, more suits. Like, okay, well, what's the point of anybody can do that then? Anybody can be Spider-Man then. Shit, give me a super suit. I can do the shit you do. Only thing he got that most people ain't got is webs, but I'm sure they can make it because they, you know, in their universe you can just make whatever you need.
Like he didn't even come up with the webs. Like he straight up ganked that shit, didn't he?
No, he already had the web shooters. In Civil War, remember he used the web shooters
Oh,
before
yeah.
when he just whoop-de-doo. All right, man, we're gonna move on, dog. That was Spider-Man Far From Home. Trailer, it was cool. I mean, it looked